Chains rattles in my brain. Yeah, I gotta get away. Always waiting for the phone, so I built my towers tall, wandering through these empty halls.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Mal Lewis, AML Films. We out there. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Today I'm all the way out in Bucks County, and I met this lovely, nice lady on my walk. Can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Theresa. My name's Theresa.
Nice to meet you, Theresa.
Nice to meet you too.
Nice. How old are you?
I'm 47.
Okay, you look
right?
You look so much younger than that, to be honest with you. Where are you originally from?
Philly.
Yo, shout out Philly. We out there, you see.
My son owns Maestro's Classic Beard.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
all right. Okay, can you please tell us a little bit about your childhood growing up?
My childhood, well, I'm an empath that grew up in a family full of narcissists. I was a female shingle roofer for 27 years. I fell 3 stories, broke my back and my tailbone, and my father wouldn't let me sue his business insurance. So I struggled with that. I owe the hospital over $250,000. I decided to walk off the job after 27 years because I had to let him realize how much I was needed, okay? That's what you have to do with narcissists. You have to leave in order to let them see your value. I was on methamphetamine, I was on Adderall, I was on opiates and Klonopin, and with the Most High up there, he actually helped me get off all 4 in 6 months.
Wow.
And I'm celibate. You know, I changed my life, and since I changed my life, I went to casino the other day, first time in my life, pulled the slot and won $500 in 2 seconds.
Wow.
And I ran out. It was a wrap, you know. I want to be smart, making better decisions. You know, positive thinking. I learned how to manifest. I learned what manifesting is about. I became very spiritual, started meditating, changing my thoughts and my mind and my attitude, and great things just started happening for me, like one after another.
Wow. What are some of your favorite childhood memories?
My childhood memories, wow, you know, I didn't want for nothing tangible, but I didn't really have, like, I got into fights a lot, which most empaths do because we're protectors of other people except ourselves. And I never really had my parents, like, they weren't compassionate, they weren't warm, they bought me shit, you understand? They bought me things to make up for things that they did, and I just had to actually send them an email explaining that. I had to walk away from my entire family, 17 members, because they, you know, they point fingers, but they forget about that one point back, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, but in my childhood, I mean, I didn't want for nothing, like I said, monetary. But, you know, it was just a constant struggle of getting into arguments and fights, even with kids in the neighborhood, boys. I fought more boys than I did girls, and I have a lot of problems with men thinking that they can treat women a certain way. So I defend women.
Awesome.
I'll take a hit if it means someone going to jail.
Woman power. Hey, women power, give her a lot of props, because
there's just a lot of people, man, that walk past women having a problem, and they walk right past like it couldn't be their mother or their girlfriend or their sister or themselves. It's just ignorant, you know. If too many people are like this is why we're in this problem in the world. Yeah.
So what's a typical day out here look like for you?
Well, right now I'm kind of transitioning. I just had to leave. My narcissistic friend tried to kill me, real rap. So
why?
Because I knew about him killing. This is how the Most High works, right? They were both, him and his father, toxic bloodline. His father, they were both no good. I didn't know this, of course, because they lie about who they are. So what happens is he pulled a knife on my boyfriend. Now, me as an empath, I pushed my boyfriend out of the way and jumped in front of it, not really knowing that's what I was going to do. But I realized at that point that I'm a protector of people, right? So with that, this older man, well, I said, you know, God's going to kill you. The God I follow is not in the church, he's not in religion, right? He's somewhere else with me. He took this man's life, he died of a heart, well, he died at the hands of his narcissistic son, so he took out 2 in 1 shot because now his son's going to prison for the murder of his father. It's really crazy how he works when you put faith in him, you know. A lot of people say they don't have faith, they have faith in him, but he wouldn't tell me to cover my mouth with this shit. You know, you exhale carbon monoxide. When you exhale, you actually could put your mouth in your tailpipe and get the same effect. But most people don't realize that it's these things over their mouths that are actually making them sick. And even if you had a cold, how are you supposed to get better wearing these things? It's you know, just too many lies.
So you say you was walking to the hotel now. Is that where you stay?
Yes, that's where I stay because my whole family turned their back on me because now that I'm awokened, right? I'm woke. Now all of their shit's coming to the surface. They can't point the finger because like black sheep matter. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of them things where now that they can't dump all of their trash on me anymore, I'm not the punching bag. they don't want to be around me now. So I kind of was left with nobody, and then but the universe always sent somebody. You know, my boyfriend, he came back into my life, and now he's kind of just working just to keep me all right.
Oh, that's good.
You know, he's a good man.
Cool. So what do you look for in a partner?
Loyalty. Gotta be a ride or die, because I guess I'm literally a ride or die when I jump in front of blades. You know, but I want honesty. You know, if I'm getting on someone's nerves, I want them to tell me. I don't want to keep getting on someone's nerves. I don't like phony, and I don't like somebody who just appeases me. You know, I'm a Taurus.
Taurus.
German, Irish, Italian Taurus, and a roofer. So it's like, you know, come on. I want what I give. That's basically it. I expect what I give.
Yeah, it's only right.
Exactly.
How long are you in a hotel for?
Until the Most High moves me. See, I'm an alchemist. And alchemy is when you make the best of a situation so you can move forward. You learn the lessons. You either are the lesson or you learn the lesson, or both. And when you can make the best of that situation and you think positive, you move on. So now I'm just waiting for the next step. It's recent.
Do you pay every day or weekly? How does it work?
We pay, well, yeah, he pays every day. Yeah, he actually has a great job, you know, and it's sad because it's like he puts half of his daily pay towards this, you know, but because I'm that worth it, you know. When you got a really good woman, I feel like they'll do whatever they have to do.
Okay. So what are you doing currently right now to put yourself in a situation so that way you won't be in a hotel?
Well, I mean, I started a YouTube channel about narcissists, my experience being awakened, and how I was surrounded by them my whole life, and how there's a lot of people who are in situations like this. This friend of mine tried to traffic me. You know, when you're awakened, you're intuitive, so you notice things going on around you. Now, when I first got there, I was getting high, and I got sober in a house with everybody else getting high. That was not easy. But they bought a digital lock for the outside of a bedroom door, the one that his father died in. Now, I know too much about this murder, so that's why they tried to take me, right? And then they told me that the lock was for his mother's house, but then they installed it in there. They left their front and back doors open in a very unsavory neighborhood. I put two and two together, and I'm like, you know, they have nothing in there that's worth a shit. So I think I was the one that was worth the shit. You know what I'm saying? So I put two and two together, and then, you know, I told him this. I'm very upfront. I don't keep anything in. So basically, I just want to warn people, help people. I told God, just put me wherever my purpose is.
Right.
You know, I'm just ready. Like, we go through things so that we can help other people. There's always a reason why the universe puts people on our path.
Absolutely.
So I feel like even though I didn't get along with women my whole life, I've been placed in situations to defend them. So the irony would be that I would wind up helping women who are in bad narcissistic relationships.
Wow. So can you please tell us the name of your YouTube channel? Because, you know, I want my audience members to check it out.
Oh, thank you so much. It's called Philosophical.
Can you spell it out for some of the people who...
Yeah, no, absolutely, because they, you know, they spell it different ways. I feel you. Phillysycal. Philosophical Narc Destroyer.
Okay, so as far as, like, you say you have struggled with addiction, right?
Yes.
And have you ever been addicted to heroin or any of those other drugs?
No.
So what was your drug of choice?
It was always speed, you know, because I did roofing for 27 years and I bartended as well at the same time, and it was almost like I was just trying to keep going until I was like that wind up toy that goes into a bowl and just keeps going back. That's where I was at. So, you know, prescription drugs, but like my first joint I smoked, it was with my parents. My first pain pill was given to me by my mother. My first line of meth was given to me by my aunt. These are the same people who point fingers, you know?
Yeah.
The people who are closest to you are the ones that unfortunately can sometimes bring you down. My mother gave me diet pills when I was young. And then I went from that to Coke. And then when the Coke got stomped on too much, I guess I went right to meth. As this time last year, March last year, I had a meth pipe hanging out of my mouth.
And how does that make you feel, meth?
Like shit. Oh, now I feel amazing because it's been in front of me. I've been tested multiple times.
Well, what's the consequences for those who use meth?
I literally had no one to be. I didn't even realize half the day that I was going days without talking to anybody, showering, leaving the house. I mean, I stayed in the entire summer. I lost friends, I lost family, because I'm not going to blame it all on my family. I pushed them away and chose things over them, but when I really needed them the most and really was getting sober, they walked away when I needed them the most. But it took everything from me, you know, my looks, my want to live, my soul, my spirit. I was just dark. So I didn't go to a facility, I just did it literally. I told Brian one day, we're finished with this, and that was a wrap. We never touched it again. We never thought. We don't talk about it.
Awesome.
The only time we talk about it is when we pat ourselves on the back, because not many people want to give you that. Sometimes you got to give it to yourself, because people want to thrive. Well, they don't mind talking about when you up, but they don't want to talk about. So when you don't hear people talking about the good things you do, it's really hard to want to change. That's why you got to do it for you.
How do you deal with the cravings?
I don't have them. Oh, I started listening to these sound frequencies on YouTube. We can heal ourselves with sound. You know, the Egyptians actually moved some of them pyramids with sound. And a lot of us are from Egyptian descent, actually. You know, I started looking into my lineage, my background. I realized I'm actually chosen. And there's a lot of the chosen people get taken away from their family. Well, it's a law of attraction won't allow it. You know, once you build up your spirit, and so like attracts like. So I was attracting drug addicts, I was attracting criminals, and now it's like there's nobody around Brian and I, but that's because we're not attracting that anymore. So it's like having a clean slate before you fill it up with good people now. You know, cleaning out the closet.
Yes. So
yeah, we don't have them. I just keep myself busy. Listen, there's frequencies for addiction. There's frequencies for tumors. There's frequencies for headaches, cramps. I mean, fibromyalgia. Sapien Medicine and Dr. Virtual 7 are two channels that really help me through a lot of things illness-wise.
So how long have you been clean now?
Oh, it was a year in March.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey guys, we got a warrior who made it. You know, it's not easy, that struggle. What advice would you give to anybody who's in addiction?
You need to get away from anybody who's not serving your highest good. Because you know, they're always there to make sure you got what you need to get high, but when you want to get sober, they scatter. And let them scatter, because that's actually the Most High in the universe helping you out. When they see you helping yourself, they will help you too. They will send help, they will send whatever you need, but they have to see that you have your self-worth first. People aren't going to respect you if you don't respect yourself. It's impossible.
You're absolutely right. So can you please tell us, what's your favorite color?
Blue.
Blue? And what, do you have a favorite band or artist?
I do actually. I really like Eric B. and Rakim.
Oh, okay, she like that old school hip hop. Nice, nice.
All the old school when it was good, when there wasn't a frequency in there that was like talking about twerking and bitches and the devil and shit, you know?
Absolutely.
Because a lot of this stuff now is just trying to take kids and turn them into something that's no good.
Yeah. So can you please tell us, what are some foods that you like, some of your favorite foods?
I love mango. I eat a lot of fruit because it actually cleanses. It's funny because nature's so smart to put the medicine in the food.
Right, absolutely.
You know? And they put things in our food that change our minds, and you see these people that flip out and kill their families, you know, they can, it's crazy the dark beings that run this planet that people don't want to talk about because they think it's like a stigma. Right. You know, but it's true that we're not supposed to be governed, we're supposed to be sovereign beings. It was never supposed to be like this. There's a great awakening happening though. And there's a lot of people waking up to the truth and all the lies, like, you know, school, we didn't need that job, means just over broke. You know, it's just a constant hamster wheel giving back to the man. And, you know, my thing is like this, with the racism thing, right? Because I love everybody, man. I understand we came back as male, female, white, black, Native American, Asian. We came back millions and millions of lifetimes. We're naive to think that we only were like this, right? Right. If the color wheel didn't exist and black and white weren't so opposite on the color wheel, I don't really think that color would be an issue. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? They created all this and everybody just took the bait and ran with it, but we have to understand that we're all the same thing, man. When I cut my arm and everybody else does, I don't see somebody with blue blood and I see red. That's not how it goes. So I love everybody. Awesome. That's great to hear. And now, if you could travel to any place or country in the world, where would you go? Costa Rica. Why? Because it's like they just well, I didn't really like the fact they cut down forests, you know. But it used to be a lot of rainforest, and now you can literally buy an acre of land for 10 G's out there. My sister and her husband moved out there. They're rich anyway. But anywhere there's nature, a lot of nature. Awesome. Yeah, you know, out of the concrete jungle. Right. You know? So sunrise or sunset, which one are you? Sunrise. Why? I'm up at 4 a.m. because I love to see the sun come up. I never really took notice to a lot of things in nature. I appreciate the sun so much. We get information from the sun. We get energy from the sun. That's why they tell us it causes cancer, because they don't want us to know this. That's why Bill Gates is trying to cover it. Saying he's literally trying to cover the sun because he understands that that is our creator right there. That is our source of energy. So when you understand all this, you know, you become compassionate. I had a woman today that got in an argument with me because I didn't understand that, I didn't believe the Jesus thing. I don't think that my God would crucify his son. Let us keep procreating the species just to be born into sin. We're here for a greater purpose. Okay. You know, and she got angry with me and got rude, and I said, "This is who's God speaking through right now? Because I appreciate what you're saying, but you're telling me I'm going to hell for not. You're judgmental." Religious people are judgmental. The ones that I've met, it's like, if you don't believe what I believe, there's something wrong with you. And my God don't care if you're gay. He don't care. He wants you to not be perfect. So it's just, you know, but to each his own.
Gotcha.
You gotta accept people for who they are.
Absolutely.
You hold that hate and you hold that sense of ugliness, it shows on the outside. When people have heart problems, it's because their heart's ugly. They're not letting go of something.
If you had 3 wishes in this world, what would your 3 wishes be?
No homeless people, no hungry people, and nobody judging each other.
If you had a message to send to the world, what would your message be?
Look at everybody the same. We are all the same. All the universe, the birds, the trees, we're all one, split into a bunch of particles. You know, we're star seeds.
Awesome.
We're actually part of the universe, you know, and then when people understand that when you treat someone unkind, it's like treating yourself unkind, literally.
Okay. You guys heard it. We want to tell her thank you so much for her time. And you know, we're going to drop this interview, show her some love. And AML Films will be all the way out in Bucks County. So peace out, guys.
Gotta save me from myself. This emptiness, it hurts like hell. My good intentions let me down.